Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 263 for the week of June 2nd. I am Alca7raz, and joining me as normal is Nemesis.
Hey.
So yes, June is upon us. So first off, happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
That is a great thing to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm
Unless you're a cop.
Unless you're a cop. It also means that my 30th is coming up.
All doom.
I dread this. My 20s are coming to an end.
It's all ogre.
Yes, it's all ogre after once you hit 30, right?
Yeah. I'm still chucking along.
You are, I guess. No, it's just a fig Newton of your imagination.
Oh, thank goodness.
So sometimes, yes, I wish it was all a figment. This has just got to be a giant fever dream, right? Yeah. So this week has been interesting. Some stuff has popped up, and some things have happened. Some fun things, some less fun things.
Yep.
Saw
the Halo live stream this week. Reach is coming.
Yes,
finally.
More stuff on that. We're going to definitely enjoy.
Yeah, they're talking about June for the first flight, so maybe I'll get in, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get in because of my computer's so low spec. They need to see how far down it can go.
How low can it go? Oh, you just need to get a new computer.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Yeah. I think it's been interesting.
I don't have $1,000 I can borrow.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a nice thing to have, money. Money is a nice thing to have. I've just been building personal projects, building antennas to listen to aircraft stuff, and that's been fun. Getting up on the roof and not falling off and dying. It's not as easy as it sounds.
It's fine.
But yes, I guess we should continue. We do actually have pony stuff to talk about. So let's start with the news, as we are oft to do. If you would like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's spelled LIBSYN. So go there, click the link, not the lick, for this episode, and let's get into this. In convention news, BronyCon has announced Lauren Faust.
Yeah, remember how last week we said they're announcing something on Wednesday? This was it.
Yep, that's what they announced. Lauren will be there. I think she's been there a few times.
Yes, she has, absolutely. So she'll
she'll
be there, so
coming
her autograph line will be 3 miles long.
Yep, that's how it's going to be.
We should just, one of us stands there and just switch off for once in a while. Whoever gets the autograph gets the autograph.
Yeah, just one person stands and lets the other person do something else and just come by and switch every now and then just to hold your place. In merchandise news, the Kotobukiya Pinkie Pies are beginning to arrive.
For some people.
Yes.
If you order from Japanese retailers, if you like me and order from Big Bad Toy Store or Diamond Select Comics or whatever, apparently they're going to be a bit longer.
Yeah.
Which then again, with Big Bad Toy Store, at least it's the cheapest place I found it, so it's the trade-off there, I guess.
Yeah. You want it fast or you want it cheap?
Cheaper. It's
still like
still $95.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the dash to show up.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Pinkie.
Yeah.
On there. But specifically, I really want the Twilight, which apparently now they're bumped up to August. I was like, oh, crap.
Aww.
That's not good.
At least you have a date.
I'm just saying it's not great. It's like, I wish it was still coming out in the fall instead of August.
Yes, because other things happen in August, like BronyCon.
That's already up. That from that money
that's
accounted for there. The problem is the Optimus Prime version 3 is coming out, and that's $300.
Yeah, your other plastic crack. Anyway, WizKids will be releasing a set of paintable minifigures of the main six.
Yeah.
Those look interesting. If you like painting stuff. It's like little minifigs.
How are they going to handle the eyes?
I think they're just flat eyes, and you've got to have a really good hand. They might have like line indentations
or
for the pupils
for that
and
part.
irises.
Maybe stickers for that part.
Maybe stickers. No, paintable. So you paint it. But if you have like a groove where the lines should be, that can help.
Well, what I saw from the vendors, it looks like they do not have a groove. It's just blank. So it's like, oh boy.
Blank. You have to have a really fine hand.
And kids don't have those usually.
Kids don't. But it reminds me of like the Warhammer and such minifigs, the pewter ones that you can paint. That's always a big thing. Some impressive paint jobs. So we'll see what happens. Tales of Equestria is getting an expansion soon that's called Ogres and Oubliettes. So yes, comes with a bunch of things. So it's new rules and things, and it comes with a pre-made adventure as well.
But no pewter figures.
But no pewter figure. No, you just gotta get the painted sets that we just talked about. So yes, there's a whole bunch. Check out the link in the show notes to get more info on that. And the Game Law Pony game is adding stuff from Road to Friendship. So quests and ponies and things like that. Starting to show up.
Steal your friend's wagon.
Yep. And sell off your friend's wagon without their permission.
It's fine. That's what good ponies do, right?
That's what friends do.
No, they don't.
And in Equestria Girls news, the Run to Break Free music video is now up on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that on the Discovery Go Up, you can see it here now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the news.
Yep.
So yes, not a huge amount, but yep, it's coming to the end. Into discussion topics, and we have something that we'll probably want to, we'll get this out of the way first. It is important. That just recently happened within the fandom that we need to discuss. So you wanted to discuss that one, so go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so you probably are guessing what it is, but a couple of days ago, Forever Free Brony decided to tweet something which was not the greatest tweet, and caused a bit of
consternation.
Yeah, it caused a bit of a fight in the fandom right now. So the problem is what he tweeted. He deleted it in a lot and stuff, but some people smartly grabbed screen caps, knowing full well how this usually goes down. He said, in my mind, when it comes to gender, I will always see you as how you were born. However, I will call you whatever you wish, because it's similar to a nickname, really. It may not be your real name, but if that's what you want to be called, I have no problem with that. And not surprisingly, a lot of people, including myself, took a bit of issue with this because of the implications behind it.
Yeah.
One person actually told him it's hey, that's pretty offensive and stuff, and it's disrespectful. And Forever Free tried to defend himself and still didn't do a very good job.
Yeah. And
decided to double down on being on the transphobia. And it caused a bit of a stir. And not surprisingly, when a lot of people decided to come to his defense, and it's a whole thing right there. I'm still pretty pissed off at Forever Free for this. He, as far as I'm concerned, he has not properly apologized. He did try to put an apology up on his Twitter, but the thing is, the problem is it's clear he is still missing what the point is of why people are angry. And it's obvious. And the thing is, and I said this on my Twitter account, it's clear he was trying to be supportive. He was trying. But he missed the mark, and when someone told him he missed the mark, and this was actually what I saw, the response I saw was actually not too rude or anything. It was actually pretty much like, you messed up. That's not really respectful. And stuff. He decided to go ahead and double down on his ignorance, and every single time someone tries to tell him what he did wrong, he ignores it. So the thing is, he will not listen regarding his transphobia, and this is one of the things. This is transphobia born of ignorance more than malice, really. That can still be dangerous.
Yeah, he even said that it's religious based too. Mm-hmm. It comes from his religion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
my views are extremely religious based. Yeah. And he's saying that telling someone to accept that, if they say they're a woman, they're a woman. He's saying that that's the same as trying to tell them to switch religions, which is really not the same. But
I can somewhat see his point, but it doesn't make it good.
This is a weird one. I was really angry when this happened because, let's just say I've come to a couple of realizations. But what was that? Where was I going? All right. The malice, it wasn't really malicious. And the thing was, there was a point where it could have come out of this, at least looking like a decent person. The problem is
his responses to those, to people telling him, hey, this isn't great. His responses basically just invalidate his attempts at,
because he deleted the tweets after people started responding poorly to it. And then he tried to see, I guess people really do want to control my thoughts and actions. That sort of thing. The really backhanded thing of when
You're trying to claim that he's the victim.
Yeah, trying to himself play the victim card, even though he did nothing, or he's the one who the bad thing. He's the one who did the messed up right there. And the thing is, yeah, he did try to apologize to a degree. The problem is, where was the apology tweet?
I think there was a couple different ones, and some of them may be gone.
Yeah, he tried it multiple times to apologize. The problem is he keeps apologizing for the wrong thing, and then when someone responds, he will double down on the thing that people want him to. The thing is, what he said was the problem was he revealed he will always see you as you were born. Basically, what he's saying is, if you say you're a girl, he'll still think of you as a guy. That's what he is saying.
Yeah,
or whatever, or vice versa, or whatever, or non-binary, or whatever it is. If he's saying, no matter what you say, whatever gender, whatever sex you're born as is what he'll always see you as. Even he'll play along basically, but he's never actually going to truly respect you, who you are.
Yeah, he basically just revealed that he's just going to lie to your face.
Yeah, and the thing is, if he had said nothing, no one would have been any the wiser, and it would have been fine. No one would have even noticed. But he had to say something and shot himself in the foot in a sense. And yeah, that's the thing, is he refuses to actually apologize for that part. He will apologize. He tried to apologize for other stuff, and then he tried to do the apologize for, I'm sorry I offended you type thing. That sort of apology, which basically passes the buck off to someone else.
I even saw one of his tweets in response. It was like something to the order of, I think he probably deleted it, but to the order of people are going to be triggered. And then even use the triggered verb. Yep. So like, you're really not helping yourself.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, he said, I apologize to everyone from last tweet. I meant no disrespect to trans people whatsoever. I knew it was a touchy subject, but I didn't think it was being disrespectful. I'm not against trans people. I believe they can be whoever and whatever they want. But he kept doubling down on I was like I said, he's trying to be supportive, but he blew it, and the problem is now he's ignorant and he refuses to learn.
Yeah,
we're at that point. Multiple people try to educate him, because a lot of people are trying to yell about this. Like, people just want to be angry. They just, it doesn't matter what you say, you're always going to be bigger in their minds. Like, well, people need to stop being angry and try to educate him, and multiple people have, even though it's not really their problem. It's not really their job to educate ignorant people, but they still went all the way to do it. And every single time they do, he always
because
just waves it away. Just that's not it.
Because he just leans back on the religious views. It's like,
he
it's religious, and I would have to change religion.
That he is wrong about this.
Yeah,
and because of that, he's being willfully ignorant now, and that's what the problem is.
Yeah, it invalidates his attempt at being supportive. It's when you say that I will always see you as the gender you are born as, regardless. You cannot then say you're being supportive. Those are mutually exclusive. You cannot have both. You cannot be supportive of trans people while also saying I will always see you as your born gender, your assigned gender at birth.
Yeah, your assigned gender, and that's the thing. Is like
you can't have both. You cannot be supportive if you believe that.
Yeah, that's the thing, and he doesn't.
Regardless of the lip service you're giving.
At this point, because of how many people have told him, at this point he is now willfully being ignorant. This is willful ignorance now, as far as I'm concerned. Because considering how many people have gone out of the way to explain what he did wrong, and pretty clearly too, what he did wrong, and he just does not want to. He just waves it away. And the problem is, now I'm seeing it. The fandom, once again, people are leaping to his defense because people. I remember. I like the music he makes, so it's the good old my idol can never do anything wrong.
Yeah,
type thing. I think is coming into play now. Yeah. We've got people I've seen a lot of people who have partial information. A lot of people, again, the little, why don't you just educate them? People did.
Yeah, it's the standard.
And now we got alt-right types latching onto it because they don't care about Forever Free Brony or anything.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah,
these people they just want to see.
He said something against trans people, and they like that because they don't like trans people, so they're going to latch onto it and try and say, no, you don't have to apologize. I've seen that too. You don't have to apologize to those.
And I know most people are doing this little thing of like they're trying to put friendship above politics or whatever thing. And the problem is that's a position of privilege because you aren't affected by it. It doesn't matter for you because, it doesn't affect you what he thinks about trans people because you're cis or whatever. But it affects trans people a lot. And saying, and it's because you have a position of privilege, you can totally put friendship above politics, and it's fine because it's not an issue for you. But for these people, it's just another thing to deal with on top of all the crap they also already have to deal with, including, hey, look, we're just going to take away your rights as much as we can.
Yep.
Type stuff like, oh, we're just going to just make you a non-person, basically. Hey, guess what? Yeah, we're going to just quietly remove your healthcare rights and all this stuff as time goes on because we can. We're hoping to make you go away. We're trying to wipe you. We've got people actively trying to wipe out trans people right now, and this doesn't help things. And
yeah, it really doesn't.
Yeah, and again, like I said it on Twitter, a position of ignorance can be just as dangerous as a position of malice. Because what it does is enables malice. These people with malicious intent can use the ignorant people to justify their malice. Like, well, that's all right. See, look, all these people have this belief. Therefore, it's my belief is okay too. And that's the thing. It's not just a difference of opinion. I think a lot of people in a privileged position, including sometimes where in my position I've been privileged before, where it's like, don't have to deal with it. It's like it doesn't affect you, so it's easier to overlook.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just people putting, they're like putting position of friendship, which I can understand the desire. You really don't want to lose that friendship.
Yeah.
And I can get that because there's another thing. One of the defenses, oh, he's a nice person. He's always been a nice person. He's been the coolest, cool guy I met at the convention or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you're not trans.
And even that, it's like in person, he would never actually actively do something to harm you or to hurt you.
He won't do that.
But the lack of support and the active denial of support really is the way I would say it. Because even if he tries to say he's being supportive, again, like I said, when you have that belief, you cannot be supportive. So that itself is harmful. Even if you're not actively, directly hurting someone and are nice to them, you're still impeding support for them. You're being an active impediment, just in a somewhat indirect manner. It doesn't matter how nice you are to them directly with something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the thing. Any trans person who talks to him in person is going to have to remember that in his head,
he's disregarding your identity.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And it's unfortunate. The thing is, we got the thing of like, well, we got one trans person who's come down on his side, and well, that's going to unfortunately give them people more fuel to, well, they're trans and they support him.
And it's a tough one because it's
like, I get it, but like that's one versus a lot of trans people. Like I've seen, pretty angry at him for this. And it's like another thing is, religion is simply not an excuse for bigotry.
No, it's not.
So it's just a really frustrating thing because it's the thing. It's like as an accusation, you want to be angry. You're just trying to stir up crap on Twitter. It's like, no, I don't want to be angry.
Well, some people are, but not us, and not a lot of people that you are claiming are.
Don't want to be angry because it's we feel betrayed and hurt by this, and that's the problem. It's like I don't want to be. I love to love his music. I love his music. Great. We've talked about it multiple times on the show.
I've featured his music many times here,
and now it's like.
Yeah, because he's an amazing musician.
Like, it genuinely hurts to see him say things like this, and like, I want to be okay with it. I want it to be okay, but I can't just let it go because this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
This is not just, I like a different flavor of ice cream. This is genuinely like...
You are now saying a lot of, like... Because I'm not trans, but a huge swath of my friends are.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot support these people because they're basically saying my friends
are not valid.
So how can I support you? I can't.
And that's the thing.
And it hurts so much.
So I think a lot of it's also of our age. We're like growing up, like we were told that it's kind of, you can separate politics from, your friendships and whatnot, and everything will be fine because we kind of lived in this bubble. And as things have come to a head, we're really realizing, how far this stuff goes. Some of us are going to realize these friendships cannot be maintained in good faith.
This isn't a political issue of, what should the tax rate be?
Yeah.
This is not even political.
This is people's very lives.
Should you exist or not? That's not even a politics thing.
Yeah.
Claim it is, but it isn't. This is beyond politics.
Yeah.
This is...
I just want to clarify that when I say political, I mean the law of privileged people think of it as a political issue just because it, again, personally doesn't affect them. But anyway, until he actually really genuinely realizes what he did wrong and is willing to confront that and change himself for the better, I cannot accept his apology.
And I really want him to. I so
I want that.
him to realize.
I want him to grow and learn as a person,
this,
become a better person. But until that point, I cannot, in good faith, or good conscience, listen to his music or follow him on Twitter or anything like that. And I know some of the people I think we follow on Twitter or follow us on Twitter do support him, and because of their friendships with him. But I honestly, if you hear us and you're like upset about, I'm sorry, but I can't until he actually genuinely understands what the problem is. And he's proven he will not. He's proven so far he refuses to understand.
Or understands but won't change.
Yeah, he at this point is willful.
Won't accept it.
At this point, there was a point where he could claim ignorance, but at this point, it's now at the point of multiple people have told him, and he refuses to accept it. So at this point, it is definitely all on him.
Yeah,
he is all his responsibility to figure out what he did wrong and change and actually apologize for what he did wrong, and not this vague apology which doesn't really apologize for anything.
Yeah.
So I hope he figures that out.
I really want him to, because he made amazing stuff, but I can't support him.
Yeah,
not with that.
So yeah, that's that for that topic. I think otherwise I'll just keep going in circles because I'm getting myself worked up again over it.
Yeah.
So that was a not fun day.
It's not a fun topic, but it is something that needs to be discussed. So. It has been discussed. I think it's time to move on before we make it worse.
Before I make myself really angry again.
Yeah. So let's move into some lighter topics.
Yeah.
Back to like
pony
first party pony stuff, not fandom pony stuff.
Yeah.
We have comic to talk about, so let's talk about that. Yeah. Back to you, Nemesis.
Yeah, me again. Spirit of the Forest #1 actually came out, and this one is written by Ted Anderson with art by Brenda Hickey and colors by Heather Beckel. Yeah, the new 3-issue miniseries in which we got the Cutie Mark Crusaders camping and stuff, and then they discover some trash in the forest, and they decide to organize an effort to clean it up. And then they discover where the trash is coming from, and yeah, that's the issue more or less. The art's great. It's a story so far. It gets clearly one part of 1 of 3 and stuff. It's not a standalone, right. So it's kind of that going. It's a setup. There's already hints at the bigger thing. The tie to the titular Spirit of the Forest and everything.
Yep.
Little small hints, but so far the spirit is, so that's not been a huge part of it. Just we're seeing kind of, I guess, part of the reason why the Spirit of the Forest is going to be a big deal.
Yes.
Because we always got those spirits who are always pissed off because you're ruining their forest or whatever.
Yep. Don't anger the Spirit of the Forest or it will come after you.
Yeah.
Didn't we actually have a comic series involving damaging the forest and having it come back, and it turned out it was deer?
Well,
wasn't that the deer arc?
That was the deer thing, which wasn't great. Everfree Forest, they were like using the forest to attack Equestria because they got the Minotaur cutting down large chunks of the Everfree.
So this kind of seems like
this is to do that, except do it like better, because that was not very good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's a lot better because so far at the very least, we don't have a really annoying, awful person we're supposed to apparently sympathize with, even though they're a huge prick.
I don't know. We haven't actually seen the spirit's personality.
So far. That's why I said so far.
So far.
Anyway, it's kind of an interesting premise. Although kind of predictable to a degree, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's we're obviously going to get a clear pro environmental message, which is good because really need to do something about that. Yeah, it's so again, I won't be able to say for sure, but so far it's interesting, and hopefully the second, third part will be good too.
Yeah, it's basically Fern Gully.
No.
I'm saying when I finish this, I'm just waiting for the evil oil smog creature.
Also, Diamond Tiara actually does something.
Oh yes. Does something good.
Although it's kind of weird. There's one bit where it's like they're complaining about the apple cores. It's like, well, that's not really a big problem because apple cores are biodegradable and really will not should not extensively harm anything.
Unless they've been like really messed with somehow, but I don't think we do that with apples.
They should be fine. It's just apple cores. Yeah, but like fast food wrappers and bottles, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
but
those are
apple
bad.
cores, that's really shouldn't be a huge problem.
Yeah, especially since most of their apples are purely natural grown with no weird additives or whatnot that might do damage. They wouldn't even have anything close. So apple cores are fine.
So yeah, that's a weird little that's a little weird one. But other than that, it's
I'm trying to remember the name of the villain from Fern Gully.
Yeah,
the big black creature.
I know his voice, but Tim Curry.
Yeah, it was Tim Curry. So maybe can we get another Tim Curry-esque villain, please? That was like one of the best parts of Fern Gully.
They should have had Grogar voiced by Tim Curry.
Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. Anyway, that's the comic. We did get another Equestria Girls short. It popped up on the Discovery Go app right when we expected it to.
Sunday, which means
Sunday,
good chance
which
that
we will get another one tomorrow. Between recording and release, we'll get another one.
Almost a certainty.
Yep. Anyway, the one that came out last time was Festival Looks, in which Rarities has a video up online talking about how to dress up for a music festival, and the rest of the main 6 all throw their ideas in as well. And the whole idea is just be yourself, and that's the whole video.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a short.
You have the main 6 talking about fashion.
Yep.
You know, just making little weird jokes like Rarity calling a soccer goal a touchdown.
That's not how it works.
Or Applejack trying to avoid the word poop.
Yes.
They should have just said it.
Should have just said it. You can say... Let her say poop.
Oh no. We're going down a dark road.
So yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
You're in a video call with someone else. Not
All right,
sure who.
It was the main 7, because Sunset was there too.
Mm-hmm.
Humane 7.
Human.
Yeah.
Equestria Girls become human.
Oh no. I'm the android sent by Cyber. I'm just remembering the Higgly-chan pictures that they drew. Twilight as the robot. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. Good artist, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. So we'll move on to the main discussion. Today's pony episode, Going to Seed. So, quick synopsis. The Apple family is doing a really big harvest called the Confluence. They're getting a bunch of help, which means Goldie Delicious is coming over to help. Anyway, they start harvesting, and they get reminded by Goldie Delicious of the story of the Great Seedling. Apple Bloom wants to really catch the Great Seedling and spends most of her time setting up traps, much to Applejack's dismay because he's not helping. But then Applejack gets Apple Bloom to help by agreeing to help set traps. Later that evening, they end up enjoying it, and they end up finding it's actually Big Mac working in his sleep. Applejack rekindles her love for, childish things, and everyone's happy. That's the story.
Pretty much.
It's the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, it's the Great Pumpkin.
It's the Great Pumpkin. I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was fun. It was fairly simple, but it was heartfelt. It was well written. It was well paced, I think. It was just...
Apples.
It was a really nice Applejack episode.
Apples.
We got to see more bonding between Applejack and Apple Bloom. Got some reminiscing about their parents too, which is always a nice thing to see.
And apples.
And lots of apples.
Apples.
Buy some apples. So yes.
Yeah, written by Dave Rapp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really fun episode actually because it's just it's pretty simple, and I kind of pegged his Big Mac as the Great Seedling pretty quick, but you know what? It's fine. It works really well. It's just a fun little thing to see Applejack and Apple Bloom bonding, and kind of Applejack kind of realized, hey, don't be so serious all the time, man.
Why so serious?
Gamers rise up.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. But yeah, that was really the thing. And don't forget the fun things in life. It's like, unfortunately, I think that's a C.S. Lewis quote. The growing up and forgetting childish things.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, it is.
But not to don't forget childish things.
Well, it was kind of a the thing about putting away childish things and whatnot was the quote. I was putting away childish things because of fear of appearing childish or something like that, and learning to, hey, yeah, it's okay to still appreciate childish things. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can't just occasionally indulge in that childlike wonder or whatever. But anyway, it was a pretty fun episode to watch.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you got pretty much the Apple family right there, the main part of the family there. Plus Goldie.
Technically, we saw the whole immediate.
We saw baby
family.
Apple Bloom.
Yeah,
in the flashback, and Pear Butter and Bright Mac, and of course not speaking because that would be a little expensive for a bit part in an episode.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't have to worry about paying Felicia Day again, because yeah. Yeah, it was fun actually, because Goldie Delicious in particular, Baby News did a really good job with Goldie Delicious in this one. I think just having just goofiness of it, and just telling that story, and kind of yelling at Applejack when Applejack said the great seedling wasn't real.
How dare you? It's not an old mare's tail.
And of course the cats.
And the cats. Oh, geez.
they did so many great little visual things just in the background and stuff.
A lot of fun with that one, I think.
Just stealing the pancakes or knocking the apple off the top of the barrel or whatever, or popping out of barrels. They just went. They saw the cats and saw an opportunity.
Yep.
It was amazing. And of course, Big Mac was, well, it's tired.
Always tired, overworked.
So tired. Just want to sleep.
And even when you do sleep, you can't get away.
He's sleepwalking.
And it's so focused on work and having to do so much work, even in sleep. That's what you do.
To the point of, well, here now they actually stayed on schedule because of that.
Yep.
Because Applejack and Apple Bloom were too busy messing around trying to catch a great seedling, which may or may not exist.
But yeah, they didn't exactly answer that, because
of course the question is it's like the coincidence that Apple or Big Mac accidentally making these intricate patterns with apples by running around in his sleep is kind of
yeah, especially ending with the carrots.
Yeah, but the carrots
in the same pattern, same basic pattern, which is definitely wasn't Big Mac.
Yep, that's the interesting one. Is there a great seedling?
Is there?
Is he as annoying as those deer from the comics?
Maybe the deer from the comics. Yeah, the picture of the great seedling really looks like a cross between the comic deer and Thorax.
Oh no. And also the other thing is, this is an episode that really puts into perspective just how much they've improved on doing faces in the show in general. Like, the faces have just become so vibrant and whatnot between now and, well, season 1 really. Just what they've done with them, they're like way more expressive than they've ever been.
I've been noticing that all throughout this season.
Yeah, but this one is the one that really
expressions.
This is the one that really shows it off. I think between Applejack and Apple Bloom both making some of the faces they make.
I don't know. Rarity's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, Rarity too, but this one in particular is just, I think those two constantly. It's like they really like, okay, we can really go crazy now. I think we really can. We know this. We know Flash well enough that we can do this. Really
and they already have so much work done in the rest of the models that they have. They can put more effort into the details now. They know their tools, they know their characters, and they have so much pre-made work done.
Mm-hmm. Beyond that, it's really not a whole bunch, really, honestly. Just, I guess a great seedling can give you perpetual harvest or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, on one hand, that's a really cool thing, because you'll never have to worry about having, your livelihood missing. On the other hand, that's a lot of work.
Well, if you're able to get that much, product, you
can hire some hands.
Then you can sell more product, and you can hire some hands, and then you can...
hire hooves. They don't have hands.
And then you can underpay them. And then tell them that no bathroom breaks allowed, and they have to remain standing at their post all the time. And
yikes! And become Amazon of apples. Oof. I was gonna say, if you're gonna run a business, run it like Sriracha. What company makes Sriracha?
Oh,
that's a good company. Never raised their price since day one.
And there's really not a whole lot.
It's like I said, it's simple, but it's exactly what it needs to be. There isn't a huge amount of stuff for us to dig into with huge amounts of significance other than what we already have. But it is just a well-written, heartfelt, nice slice of life episode.
I mean, it is a young Applejack being cute.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a quick little flashback. It doesn't reveal anything new.
I know, but it's just...
We've seen Baby Applejack. Yeah, we've seen Baby Applejack.
No, we're talking about Baby Applejack. We're talking about just...
Baby Apple Bloom is a new one, yeah.
Yeah, but just Applejack just running around, and a younger Granny Smith again. And Applejack running into a hole. And just sitting
Fell
there.
down the hole. Yeah.
Until she got rescued.
Was there a dog involved? Rescuing you from the well you fell in?
No, Winona wasn't there yet. That wasn't a well either. That was just a hole.
You dug your own hole. She dug her own grave.
No, dig up, stupid.
Yeah,
it's she could have that could have gone real bad. Whoops, landed wrong.
Yep. Break a leg.
And of course, Big Mac getting caught in like every trap constantly.
Yeah. Every trap.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you're sleepwalking. You're not exactly nimble.
You're talking about when he was awake and still getting caught in the traps. He's still better avoiding them than when he's asleep than he was when he's awake.
He was still setting them all off.
But he wasn't getting caught.
Yeah, he wasn't, unless he was getting caught and releasing himself somehow. I don't know.
Doubt it. But the other thing, Goldie Delicious and Granny Smith kind of talking. Yeah, their whole thing was pretty funny. The snark and everything there. I really like Granny Smith's snark. It's old person snark.
Yep. Old person snark.
Unless you want to ask the cat.
Yep.
Because Applejack was super suspicious because I bet Goldie did something. No, I didn't.
It's like Applejack's the only one who can't lie. The rest of them might just be lying.
Yeah. And then, when they're trying to buck and Goldie Delicious trying to buck and
just falls over her face.
Flips, literally tumbles.
Yep. Careful, you might break a hip.
Yeah, it's fine. Still just bring that many cats along with her. And just,
in a bag. They all fit in that bag somehow.
And I just like the initial just explosion of cats.
Yep. All through the door.
Then the implication at the end that there might be this great seedling may exist because of the carrot thing, but other than that, it's just like, could be some sort of fanfic fodder or something. But other than that, it's just
that's fanfic fodder. We can include
it's just Applejack and Apple Bloom bonding again, and I guess Applejack learning just kind of occasionally just take it easy. It's
okay to still enjoy the childish things like that. It's okay.
I'm not sure there really was a lesson. It's like one of those. It's a vague when you kind of have to wrangle out of it.
It's sort of. It really just says, don't give up on the fun things in life. Don't let work take over.
It was aliens.
Learn to have some fun.
It was aliens.
Jack and what was it? All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. So I got nothing else to add.
Yeah,
unless you actually want the C.S. Lewis quote, because I did find it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Guess we can move on. Fan content. I do not have any music this week.
Womp. Fanfictions, though. I got a couple updates. The Worst of All Possible Worlds updated with 2 new chapters. And let's see. We got more planning and stuff regarding... Oh, yeah. We find out the Apple family, how extensive they become becoming thieves and whatnot. And possible hints. I'm wondering if the hints are that the elements are not the ones that Sunset thinks they are. A little bit. Because, we got Applejack and stuff who's a thief. And it's like, is she going to be really going to be the element of honesty? Or is she going to be a different element? Or is she going to be an element at all in this world?
Yeah, I don't know. I know their plans are getting messed up because they're finding, hey, wait, these combinations may not all be combinations. And maybe other things that we're looking for.
Yeah, various other things. But yeah, it's also... And, Sunset teleporting back and forth to Rarity, and also, hey, Gilda.
Messing up all the paperwork.
Yeah. Gilda's there.
Also, Gilda appears.
Yeah, and Pinky collecting papers, and turns out she had a paper they needed all along.
Except they still can't find it.
Yeah, that's the problem, because Pinky doesn't actually read them. Or why would you do something like that?
No.
Yeah, so that updated. And they're still going. And the other one that updated is I'll Bring You Home, with another chapter in which got a little bit, time to try to get out. Also, hey, guess what? The rest of the main 6 kind of still doing stuff, particularly Spike and Celestia's focus type, whatnot.
Yep, there's a heartfelt moment between the rest of the main 6 and Celestia.
Just kind of, yep, things gonna happen.
Yep.
Things are moving forward. So there's that.
Yep.
Main 6 are still around doing their thing, while Dash and Twilight dodging monsters. And
dodging death, sort of.
Yeah. Feature fic. I do have a new feature fic. This one's called True Love's Kiss by Bats. And it's a Twijack.
Yes.
Which Twilight asks Applejack on a date, and they go on a date, and then they kiss, and whoa boy.
Something happens.
Yeah, things go weird from there, because, well, apparently some sort of weird, obscure magic happens, and they have to deal with the fallout from that. The inadvertent fallout.
Yep.
Something that could mess things up or not, depending on how they take it. Anyways, it's a 3-part fic. It's 18,000 words. And yeah, it's Twijack. It's pretty neat. Apparently it takes place in late season 7. So like that. So before, the school.
The school.
Yeah, you get that whole thing. It's a pretty neat little fic. It's just kind of a nice little Twijack. It's just, I like particularly the first part where it's you got Twilight and Applejack just kind of being themselves, and kind of the weird awkwardness of it all, but kind of how they deal with how they show their own awkwardness, and kind of fails very in character.
Yeah, it was good. I'll say that. The beginning was a bit interesting. You said you like it for the beginning, and those aspects of the beginning were interesting, but it did kind of feel a bit like generic love story. But the hook at the end of the first one, when everything happened, definitely caught my interest. I think that's that concept is what caught me more than the rest of it, personally.
I don't know. I just like a good old fluffy story sometimes.
Yeah.
Because for me, the beginning was just about how Twilight asked Applejack out was pretty freaking hilarious, in my opinion. Yeah, I think sometimes you just kind of need to have a longer, just kind of like have, I guess establish the characters a bit before you really hit even in a fanfic, before you really hit the big twist, or the
hook.
Yeah, the hook, twist, hook, whatever kicks things off, before you just got to get things all established first, then mess it all up. But if you mess it up at the beginning, you don't necessarily, it doesn't really necessarily work.
It depends on what you're going for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You just got to show that, hey, yeah, there's kind of getting into the groove of this whole dating thing, because it's the first date, and, just kind of getting used to this idea, and then bam, it all gets all messed up. Possibly. Yeah, it's just, I liked it a lot. It's just kind of a fun little fic, and just how 2 practical ponies kind of deal with it, weirdness in their lives.
Weirdness, yes.
Yeah. There we go. Go check that out.
Yeah. So that's fanfic. That's the end of the episode, because that's all we've got. So if you liked this episode, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn, so go check those out. Download them there. There's an RSS feed as well. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Subscribe to us there. Give us 5 stars. Or you can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use the mobile apps. Just search for our name. You can also find us on Google Play. That's play.google.com/music. Then search for Pony411. That's because Google Play is a bit weird. That's how you have to do it. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Go subscribe to us there. Click the bell to get notified when new episodes go up. Also, don't forget to comment on the videos and let us know there what you thought. You can also find us on Ponyville Live. It'll update automatically when the YouTube version goes up. So if you use that site to see other things, we're amongst them. You can also listen to us on Ponyville FM, where we air every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then or whenever, because it's a great place to find good fandom music and live DJs and such. So check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. Like if you have something you want us to talk about, send it our way and we will take a look. You can also Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen. We don't use it a huge amount, but it's there. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at pony411. Tweet us, follow us. We watch that all the time. See us tweet random nonsense, or maybe not nonsense if it's important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's probably the best way for quick communication is Twitter. You can also follow our personal accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 and 17 and an underscore at the end, and they are at Nemesis Prime 1. So go follow us there. See us tweet recently some not random nonsense, a little bit more serious stuff. So check us out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, that's the end of the episode. Hope you liked what you heard, and we hope you tune in next week when we talk about the next episode.
Student Council.
I
am not looking forward to that one.
Boy. So that'll be a thing. Tune in to check out how that turns out. But until then, please remember, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.